motion to approve a contract renewal with the Health Alliance. I just read that. No, we're on 15. I'm looking at it. Here we go. May I have a motion to approve resolution pledging limited taxable faith and credit in support of Taylor Brownfield Redevelopment Authority Tax Increment Refunding Bonds, Series 2016A taxable and Series 2016 taxable.
Motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilman Basura. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item 16, may I have a motion to receive and file the September 2016 budget performance report?
Motion to receive and file. Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Croft, supported by Councilman Basura. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item 17, may I have a motion to receive and file the September 2016 paid invoice report?
Motion to receive and file.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Garza, supported by Councilman Basura. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item 18, may I have a motion to approve the purchase of a replacement backhoe loader from Michigan Cat for a cash price of $30,754, plus equipment trades of $81,500, which total $112,254 through a MyDeal contract, MyDeal contract.
Motion approved.
Support. Motion to approve by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Roberts. Discussion?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Basura?
I'd like to talk about, the process of equipment trades and which departments in the city are responsible for. We're gonna talk about item 19 too, so these are kind of hand in hand. Who does what relative to an asset? In this case, a piece of equipment being sold or being traded in for something else.
Madam Chair, I think that typically what happens is, as in some of the previous, I think we just purchased some stuff for the compost recently, it gets rolled into the RFP if that is in fact the process. I know, I believe in this particular case, it was mentioned last night that they did a price comparison on one of the machine trader networks to get verification of what the value is. Typically what we find on used equipment is the OEM that was the original equipment manufacturer that we purchased it from offers the better incentive because their resale network is better. So in some cases, we get vendors that don't even bid when the trade-ins are included in the RFP.
When we do this, are we bidding a cat product or a backhoe in general, and then various manufacturers could bid on that?
Madam Chair, we typically try to bid non-proprietary that allows other equipment manufacturers to bid on it. I don't know the exact on this particular item, but in general, we try to have it so you're not isolating yourself to one particular vendor.
Even if what we're trading in belongs to that vendor, you may end up purchasing something else.
It's possible. I mean, Madam Chair, the likelihood, typically, the other vendors don't offer as much on the trade-in value, so I know a lot of times we end up back with the original OEM, and I know that serviceability gets taken into account as well. In this particular case, I don't know exactly the process that was followed, but we definitely try to not have proprietary or isolated opportunities.
Madam Chair, this is a MI deal. Is that the state of Michigan?
Madam Chair, Jason, I don't know where you're at. Yeah, there you are. Is my deal, is that just state of Michigan?
It's a cooperative.
Cooperative?
Venture. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a question for the chair. So, Mr. Mayor, you did mention that you didn't know the process on this one. Is there someone here that does know the process? Showing any other comparisons?
Madam Chair. Keith, do you want to explain on this particular item? I know that you guys have had some dialogue on,
Yeah, we did, in this particular process, we went right through CAT, we did comparisons, and then we know in the past, when we went out to bid, we actually reached out to other companies, and they wouldn't even bid on it because they couldn't give us the trade-in value that the place that you purchased it from.
For the chair.
And so they won't even bid on it.
For the chair, did you receive anything in writing from them that they refused to bid on it?
No, they don't usually do that, they just don't place a bid. And when you go through the M deal, that essentially is a bid.
Madam Chair, I'd like to clarify that because I was going to ask that question. So if we're looking for a backhoe loader, the deal on my deal is the lowest bid from all of the potential manufacturers. I'm going to make up some names, but whether it's Honda or John Deere, the deal was that CAT offered the lowest backhoe loader. Is that correct? The reason I'm asking is that's why we wouldn't have a second or third bid. This is the deal that's available for backhoe loaders. Am I understanding that correctly?
I'm assuming that is correct. I can check on that. The M deal is a state bid that they go out and different vendors bid on the M deal and they post their price on there and you take the lowest bid. And it's done in volume, so that's why the state builds it out because all the communities look at this website and do the same purchasing just like we did on there. And that's where you get, I think, a lot of your low price because of the volume and the state.
Madam Chair, I work for the state, so we do, we was at the prison system, we was looking at a Bobcat, and we were told that we couldn't get that because it was $2 price. So they have their own, they go after them, and it's the best price available, basically, just like we do with vehicles for the police cars and stuff like that. It's the best deal possible, so. We already did it through the state of Michigan's bid process.
How often are these prices updated?
I couldn't tell you.
Madam Chair,
I think it's every 2 years we just,
I believe so.
2 years?
I believe it's 2 years, correct?
yeah, it's, because we had John Deere 2 years ago, now we can only get CAT.
Okay, any further discussion, questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. No. Roll call, please.
Mr. Woolley?
Yes.
Ms. Cross?
No.
Mr. Garza?
No.
Mrs. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Mazzura?
Yes.
Mrs. Martin Price?
Yes. Motion carries. Item 19, may I have a motion to amend the CCR number 4.219-16 with motion to approve a 3-year lease to own from Michigan CAT for a 307E excavator for a total price of $88,798. Payments of $16,345.83 for 3 years, and a final payment of $39,760 due in the 4th year. Motion by Councilwoman Roberts, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman Johnson?
Last night, I was trying to listen the best I could, and I was getting so turned around on some of these figures. I don't know if Keith or Jason could possibly answer this. What did we actually, well, what we have listed in the previous motion is we were going to get a excavator and a trailer for $102,373. is that the actual price, or is it $88,798 more than that? What did we pay for that excavator and the trailer, was it last year?
April this year.
I'm thrown way off by, we traded in something, and then they said, oh, well, you can't trade it in because it wasn't paid off. And then there's an additional balloon payment of $88,798. We're,
Madam Chair?
Go ahead, Councilman.
My understanding is that the purchase price was a round number, 102 grand. And at the time, we were trading in one piece of equipment that we thought to be free and clear. And because we thought it to be free and clear, and we were led to believe that in part because CAD gave us a general appraisal of what the piece of equipment is that we were trading in, that the transaction appeared that we would take the value of the trade-in, buy this new piece of equipment, and actually net out $12,000, get new equipment, and end up with 12 grand. So I think the number